Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and we're doing this review. Wow, my hair is like freshly clean, and boy is it like poodalicious today. So you guys, we are doing something a little different today. I've been trying to mix around like the way that I review palettes and just different items in general. Some of my videos get super long, and I like to have some that are shorter, more concise, just like quick and to the point, and I thought this would be a good option for one of those videos. We are of course talking about the Tom Ford Soleil Eye and Cheek palette. I got this from Sephora. By the way, drum roll on the price. It is $155. Holy cow. See, I lost my everything just now. You guys, the unicarton on this is absolutely stunning. I love Tom Ford products as far as the thoughtful way that they are designed. They are designed to be ultra luxurious and really reflect the price tag. And I really love the emphasis on packaging and weight and just the way that their stuff feels. And so before I get into like the product and everything like that, you have to know that Tom Ford is one of those brands that, just like every other brand, you know, they put out stuff just like every other brand. They put out things that you could easily dupe with other palettes or, you know, cheek palettes or whatever. Everything is dupable between drugstore and high-end and everything in between. But with this brand, you are buying the name, the luxury, and just overall the collecting kind of feel that you get from Tom Ford. At least that's what I take from it. Now, when I opened it up, there is this beautiful all white sleek packaging, which of course I love. It's just really like nice, sturdy, beautiful packaging. And I also really love that on the front right here you have their emblem, and that's like the little, I don't want to say the unlocker, but like the little clasp right here. It says Tom on one, Ford on the other, and then you kind of pull them separate like so, and they open up. Inside you of course get a nice mirror, and then the palette, which is what we are going to discuss. All this gold trim in here, I just love it. It feels very luxurious. It feels very like I'm spending, you know, $700 a night to stay at a hotel. It feels very much so like that, which where I'm from, that's ridiculous. I know in like a lot of places like high-end California, that's probably like just a mid-grade hotel. But in my world, that's like I could stay for like 2.5 weeks for that price. When you take this out of the box, of course it comes in one of their little nice pouches that just says Tom Ford on it right here. Mine is a little dirty. Whoops. That's why white things and I, we don't mix well. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is this palette worth it? What do we think? For $155, a lot of you are already going, of course, no, are you kidding me? It is definitely not worth it. So to mimic what I already said, this is definitely something that's going to have that more collector vibe to it. Someone like a makeup enthusiast, someone that just loves Tom Ford, the packaging, and you want like that sleek look for all of your items. Now, if we're going to talk about the actual items, I did go ahead and swatch everything that you get in the palette. You get 4 eyeshadows, which are these bottom 4 right here, and then 2 what they're calling cheek items. And the way that I'm looking at these, this is the one that I would consider a blush, and I would either consider this guy a blush topper or a really mellow highlight. I am wearing them both on my face right now. The blush is actually a really beautiful, subtle, not super shimmery, but has an elegance and like a brightness to it that I think is just so on point. It is on point, on trend, everything in between. From the minute I brushed it on, I was just like, damn, that looks and feels like elegance. This other shade over here as well, which of course are these top 2 shades. The issue that I had with that is it's almost too dark or too pink to be a nice highlight shade, but it's also too demure or a little different to be a cheek topper, like a blush topper. I did go ahead and run that as a highlight on my face, and you guys know I'm all about like the bam, the intensity, and I noticed that what I liked about this highlight is as I was applying it to my face, it is such a nice subtle highlight for people that really gravitate toward a subtle highlight. And I do think that there's a realm for that. You know, I know that on my channel everything is, ooh, look at, we're popping, and ooh, look at this, and ooh, look at that. But at the end of the day, everyone has different tastes, and some people really do prefer a nice subtlety to their look. In the center here, you get these 4 eyeshadow shades, and they are all shimmers. There's nothing matte in this palette. It's meant to be like a very nice, like boom kind of thing. And I have really mixed feelings on these shadows. I'm going to bring them real close to camera for you guys without giving you names or anything, because I don't think there are any. But this one right here that you can probably barely see on camera is the eyeshadow. And then this guy was that other cheek topper slash highlight shade. So then starting down here, we have the brown and then this purple shade. Those are the 4 eyeshadows you get. What I thought was interesting when I first just like looked at the palette is I was like, that does not, like, there's something odd about the color choices. Like, I love it, but like I hate it. Like, my left brain and my right brain are really struggling with this guy because I feel like the colors they chose are like almost so weird that they're right. I do think that these are very silky, buttery, nice feeling shades. I'm not a huge fan of the payoff on them. I did go ahead on my lids. I did the pink and the inner, who are you? I did the pink shade on the inner, a little bit of the purple on the outer, the white in the middle. I did the purple and the brown on the underside of my eyes. I think the thing with these is they are very demure, very subtle, very, they have like that air of sophistication and like, ooh, like I almost don't have anything. Ooh, like, you know what I mean? Like I almost couldn't build up the pink. Like this, what you see is it built up. I mean, I couldn't work with it any more than that. The same with the purple on the lower lash line. Of the 3, I do think the purple was my favorite, but then turned out to be like the most disappointing. It doesn't swatch very well, and then coincidentally it didn't apply very well for me on the lid. I just wasn't like a huge in love obsessed fan. Now when it comes to Tom Ford things, I'm never gonna say like, is it worth it, is it not? Because I feel like you could look at any palette that's $150 and be like, that's not worth it. But I have Natasha Denona palettes that are 270 some. Granted, they're bigger than this and all that, I get it. But the concept is the same. Like, could I find those colors elsewhere? Sure. Could I find that quality elsewhere? Probably. But at the end of the day, I love Natasha Denona and I support that brand. And I feel like this is kind of going to be the similar feel or vibe that you're going to get from Tom Ford. Is, do you love it? Do you support the brand? Or do you love the packaging? Like, do you love the aspects about this company that makes them them? And I think if you are more of a collector, then absolutely. I love, like, this would look so beautiful in like a sleek, sophisticated room, vanity setup, you know, with all your other like beautiful white packages. Mine is not sleek or sophisticated. Nothing about me is sleek and sophisticated, you guys. I am probably the last thing that should come to your mind when you think of that. I think that this is actually one, giving even my like appreciation for makeup, I think I would be inclined to pass on, just because I'm not a huge fan of everything in it. Now, if I loved everything in this palette, quite frankly, I would say absolutely I would buy it all day long, because I'm not like a snob when it comes to any aspect of things other than the quality. The quality has to be on point. There wasn't a lot of like kick up or nothing like that in pan, but when I did apply this pink shade and this white shade right here to my lid, I had a ton of fallout, and that was me applying it like with my finger. So again, I can't imagine, you know, it getting any better from there. I tried it with a brush on the other eye, still a ton of fallout. I tried spraying my brush, still a ton of fallout. Like, there was just a lot of aspects for this that did not work for me specifically. I loved about half of this palette, and then there were other things that I can't look past. You know, I can't look past it not having the best formula. I can't look past it not being so rich. Like, to me, even in swatch, these should be so much more like wha-bam for what they are. But knowing Tom Ford, knowing what they're going for, knowing that they're going for that air of sophistication, I really feel like, you know, you have to dial your opinion back a little bit and kind of put yourself in the position of who this palette would be for. Maybe someone who doesn't wear a lot of makeup, or if they do, it's really light. It's very, you know, it's very simple but elegant, and I think that for that person, this palette could be a good option. I still wouldn't recommend it just because I personally don't feel like the quality is 100% on point. I think it's good, okay? I just don't think it's great. I was looking actually on Sephora because I scanned it to see like what Sephora had to say, and it says that this is a luxurious limited edition color palette for the eyes and cheeks. The Ultimate Tom Ford Soleil accessory, this reflective ivory and gold colored clutch contains a color palette for eyes and cheeks that lets you create an array of luxurious looks. It features 4 eyeshadows, a highlighter, and a blush in 2 color waves: sultry, bronzed warm hues, and sweet incandescent cool shades. Now reading that, I kind of feel like they're stretching it a little bit. I don't think that there's multiple looks to be had here, especially when I actually had to go in with a total other palette, which, where are you, other palette? I had to go in with my Just Peachy palette for like to build up the crease. I was gonna say for half the eye look, but it's true. For about 70% of the eye look, I had to take out of here. You know, I built the crease up with a mixture of peach tea, peach cobbler, peach tart. I went in with these 3 right here, and I believe I also took from Just Peachy a little bit to blend out my upper crease. And I mean, that's like, that right there is half the work, is getting to a place where you can even put these on your eye. So I can't say that this is like a complete eye look, and I don't agree that it's multiple eye looks. I think if they mean like, here's 4 eyeshadows and you can combine them in some combination to make different eyelid looks, then maybe yes. I hate to say it, but I don't recommend it. It's nothing obviously against the brand. The brand doesn't need my endorsement, or doesn't, you know, my endorsement does not add or detract from this brand. I just feel like for the price and for the reputation of them, they could have given you a little bit more either variety or shadow or something. I just realized how crooked my lipstick is, like on this upper guy right here. So like, oh, by the way, what else is on my face? This Nars lipstick, I am trying out their liquid lipsticks. It's the Power Matte lip. Wow, I apparently need bifocals. I'm like crossing my damn eyes. Their Power Matte Lip Pigment in the shade Save the Queen. I love this shade, and I saw these on the on the Sephora website, and I was like, girl, I better give these a damn try, because yes, I love the applicator. I thought about, you know what guys, leave in the comments down below, what do you think about me doing like a lipstick video? I've been trying out so many different brands lately and different formulas. Is that something you guys would be interested in if I just like sat down and I talked about like all things lipstick? I could probably even do like 2 versions, like a drugstore and a high-end, or you know, something like that. Leave in the comments, is that something you guys would like to see? Because you guys, I got some tea when it comes to some lipsticks, okay? I mean, whoa honey, I don't know where that thought just, oh, my crooked lips, see? Do you see what happens? And then as far as bronzer, I'm just wearing a mixture of the Hoola and Hoola Light out of the Cheek Parade palette. And then brows, I was trying the Anastasia Brow, what is this called? Do you ever think I can frickin' remember? Brow Wiz, the Anastasia Brow Wiz. And I was trying this one out. I did it recently in a favorites or a hits, or no, full face, that's what it was. A full face using new products, and I wasn't like a huge fan of it. I'm still, I don't know, I think maybe it's just mine, but it feels so hard when I go to push that I'm like, I don't know if maybe mine is just a little messed up from sitting under them heat lamps or something. Maybe it just got a little too cooked, I don't know. But I'm trying it again. I'm giving it a second shot. I actually really like the color. This is in the shade Soft Brown, which it's actually a really good color for my brows. So I'm trying to kind of force myself to love it, even though you shouldn't have to force like a $20 eye pencil. Oh my god lord. So you guys, I think at the end of the day, just to kind of round out, I don't know where my brain just like flew off to round out that last thought, when it comes to Tom Ford, when it comes to everything that they are, one of their biggest things that they're known for, that they do, the way that they are with their products, they are not one of those more is better. They are not one of those, let me give you all I got. They are a very small, demure clutch size, you know, here, this can fit here, this is, they want it to be small, they want it to pack some kind of an elegant punch, and that's kind of where they like to draw their line. At least that's what I've seen from most of their products. I've tried a couple of their foundations, I've tried this, I've tried, I want to say one other of their palettes before I was on YouTube. I just can't remember what it was. And I didn't love that one either. And so for me, the biggest problem I have is that I think my personality is more of a, I want it all. I want a big palette for my money, and I want all the shades and all the pigmentation. And so for me, I think I'm instantly kind of like turned off by something that has like a little bit that's not super rich and pigmented. And again, if these were rich and just like wha-bam and in your face, oh my god lord. If this highlight was just like a bam highlight, I'd be like, girl, I have been known to keep palettes for literally one highlight that is just like amaze balls, and this is one of those times where I'm like, I really wished I loved it, but at the end of the day, it's not something that I'm a super fan of. Okay, I've beat that to death. I'm gonna go. Guys, let me know also in the comments, in addition to that lipstick thing, let me know, is this something that you like? I mean, do you kind of like videos when I do them more like this? I don't do them very often because I like to show you guys what you're getting, what you're working with, but I was so like about this one that I was like, I don't want to do a video on something that I feel like me, while I'm using it, would have detracted from the product and the brand. I don't think that that's fair to them or their brand. So I kind of try to keep it as fair as possible in that respect, just because, you know, I know a lot of my subscribers are going to be like, honey, $155 for one little tiny palette? I do not think so. I can think of like 7 other palettes I buy for that much money. So, and that's, you know, I kind of like to be fair because Tom Ford is a super high-end brand, and I know I have some like makeup enthusiasts and makeup lovers that would love them for their packaging or their branding or just what the company is. However, I know that I have a lot that are probably a little more like on the normal side of things where they're like, girl, that's almost a mortgage payment. No, thank you. So I try to, like I said, I try to keep it fair. So let me know in the comments, you guys, what are you thinking? What are you loving? What are you hating? Do a lot of this. Do a lot of that. Woof, woof. I'm really awake today in my hair. Wow. Okay. I'm going to get going, you guys. I hope you have a great day, night, weekend, whatever. Don't forget to hit up that comment section. Don't forget to check that description box for my other social media handles. I don't know what it is, but this voguing thing today, maybe this palette brings out you in a vogue. Maybe it brings out you in a, like, sassafras McGrassiness. I don't know. Those, and they really are pretty. I don't know why I can't seem to get over this. This pink and this brown really are beautiful. Like, let me just hold that a little closer to the camera so you can see it. That's like, in my mind, my first thought is like, shove it up the camera lens ass and they'll see it really well, Paige. There's something about this that I really like. Okay, I'm weird. You guys, I'm gonna get going because I need to, clearly I need to go take some kind of medication. And, I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye. Ritzy. I was gonna go for like some really sophisticated voice, but I can't think of one because I don't have one.